7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Step into the ring where the lights burn bright. Thursday night, we ignite. It's a heavyweight fight. Still steps, no fear. We go deep, we go raw. Talking truths, other parts won't touch, breaking the law. Still steps, we taking it higher. Real talk, no chill, spitting fire. On, locked in it, we bring the heat. Every Thursday night, we can't be beat. We can't be beat. We can't be beat.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politicking Hot alongside my guy, Mr. Joey Woods. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Thursday evening, courtesy of All the Talk Sports Network. Actually, it ain't been that much gorgeous aside for just having summertime weather, but dealing with this smoke fire or smoke from the Canadian wildfires. But nevertheless, we are Still Steps, powered by All of the Talk Sports Network. Mr. Joey Woods, welcome back, sir. It's been a long time. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, this smoke's been crazy, man. It's eerie. It makes the city look eerie, right? Like it's wild.
Yeah. I walked out during my lunch break because it caught me off guard, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I'm like, what the hell going on out here? So originally I thought it was actually something happening in the neighborhood. And then I went on the phone and I saw what was transpired over in Canada, and basically like the smoke from those wildfires that were going on, making its way down here. But it is pretty spooky, because like that's as much as the distance is from here to Canada, to have that smoke come down this way, like that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy, and it's weird to say that what you just said. Smoke from Canada, right? Like what the frick?
Right, like it's like across the bridge, like from PA, like PA to Canada, like, but no, like it's a nice 10-hour difference from here to there, like. Wow. Yeah, that's wild though, but yeah, man, we're here for that turnbuckle talk every Thursday evening. So before we dive into what transpired over the course of the week, it's been a couple of weeks since you've been here, so we adopted a new show topic which is called what caught your eye. So pretty self-explanatory, like anything over the course of the week that has caught your eye in the world of professional wrestling?
What about the package we got this past Monday, the soft and stuff like that? Like clearly that was Big Cass in the video, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I meant to take a screenshot of that.
I'm interested to see where this is headed, right? Because I don't know, like I'm not gonna say a whole lot of nothing, but they kind of did a whole lot of nothing ever since their time was away. And this last promo, I thought it was Enzo Cass, but the way this last video package was, it almost seemed like it was just Cass.
Yeah, because it showed like basically like his figure, and I initially thought I'm saying not initially, I immediately thought, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that does look like it's probably gonna be Big Cass. And then there was something like Enzo had posted not long ago too, that was like, it seemed like rather WWE related. So yeah, I'm like, like these guys are definitely gonna be making their return pretty soon.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's head scratching to me and a little confusing, just because like we already have so much talent currently not being used, and then you're bringing back mid-card talent that wasn't used when they were here. So I'm just like, why? Right?
I get
Enzo and Cass, right? Because
they
were big time in the division. The division needs some pick me up, so to say.
They need some tag teams, actually.
Yeah, you need tag teams, and even if it's not like excellent tag team wrestling, there's still a nice name for the division.
Right.
But Corbin was underused when he was here. We have guys who are currently underused a lot already here, and they're bringing Corbin back. So I'm just interested to see where that heads.
Yeah. Last week we were actually discussing like that whole mid card rotation, and I was saying how they really do need that now more than anything, because like there's really no true thrill, you know what I mean, with this mid card, you know what I mean, part of the roster. Like if it's, you know, Roman, Seth, I mean that's, I mean, they're the big deal. Punk, Cody, you know, the big deal right now, and it's like Oba, he's now catapult to being, you know, main event material because of with this run with Brock. So like he's now up there in the ranks. So after that, like when it comes to like to the mid card, like your best talent at this point now is probably going to be like a Trick Williams. You know what I mean? Like leading the course, you know, like, you know what I mean, being United States champion, but like he's almost like that leader, like of that mid card, you know what I mean, part of the roster at the moment. Because like, you know, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean, with everything he got going on right now, like could he jump into the main event, like heavyweight title picture? Yes, but I don't think he's ready. Like he's not there yet. So, but as far as like that mid card level, like I think this probably would work for him. With the return of Baron Corbin, like in a way, it kind of is like a little bit of a good dance partner to have. You know what I mean, with his, you know, veteran resume, being in WWE before, and I think I could be wrong. Didn't the two of them, you know, have a run like little, you know, a couple of matches down in NXT before he had cut it out?
I honestly don't even remember his
Yeah.
run, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, so I think this does work out, you know what I mean, for him to come back to the SmackDown brand. Although I was a little disappointed, like the fandom in me was like, come on, man, like why you gonna jump in the middle of this Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes little feud for the title. So he's definitely, at some point, I think Corbin is probably going to be the one to take the title from Trick, and then they're probably going to develop some sort of feud from there.
It doesn't excite me.
No, I mean it ain't the you know the greatest thing, but it gives them to a story that they can build. But you know, will everybody like it? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, they instantly positions him as the top heel for that belt at this point, if that's the direction
yeah,
they're headed. So, I mean, bravo for executing that. It just doesn't excite me.
right. Well, I got you, but you know, we'll see what we, I mean, where it goes from there. Anything else, you know what I mean, in the world of wrestling that caught your eye?
Just that, honestly. I'm just curious as to, it caught my eye, what's old is new kind of thing, right? Like,
Right.
why? But I don't know if they're trying to bring back some old fans and that's what they're doing, but it's just head scratching why you chose these people.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like what Corbin has been doing post WWE, like in addition, also being part of Busted Open. So I think like those two attributes keep, you know what I mean, kept his name buzzing. Like,
No,
you know,
he
big
definitely
part.
did what I thought he was gonna do.
Right.
Side of it. Don't get me wrong. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Although I was disappointed, he cut out just right when MLW came to Philly. But yeah, so while we wait for Mr. Joey Woods to come back, one thing that caught my eye more so, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, Sheamus, you know what I mean, part of ways with the WWE, so you know, it kind of sucks. Not that he was being utilized a whole lot, you know what I mean, as elite. So, you know, but you know, a little bit of a bummer, you know, the Celtic Warrior no longer with the WWE. So curious to see where he, lands if he decides to want to continue pursuing a career in wrestling. I mean, Sheamus, he's someone that got well over 20 years in the business, and be cool to see where he goes with with his career. So, but between that, there was a cool video that came out a few hours ago from the Motor City Machine Guns, where apparently they received a box with a host of professional wrestling contracts inside. So, looks like they're in a position where they're getting ready to make a return to the ring, and curious to see where they decide to go. They mentioned quite a few promotions who allegedly had contracts submitted to them, and then apparently they found this like night and shiny contract pause where apparently like they both liked it, but they didn't really actually say who that contract was from. So I'm curious to see. Who knows? Maybe they might pop up in AEW again. Maybe show up at the Redemption pay-per-view that's coming up in 2 weeks. But it's good to see them, getting back in the ring. I felt especially now, it's kind of crazy with them not being in WWE, where tag teams are something that they really need right now. But talking about the Motor City Machine Guns, getting the contract.
Were they cut, or is their contract just expired?
They were released.
So don't they have a non-compete?
That's over. It might not have been a 90-day, but I mean they've been gone for some time now. So, but yes, did you see their clip they had on social media today?
I didn't see it today.
Yeah,
they were released in April. They had a 90-day.
Yeah.
So it ended in about 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, it ends in 1 week.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely popping up in AEW.
So AEW is 26.
Yeah.
They can start showing up places Friday, July 24th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're definitely popping up in AEW. They'll probably, you know how TK roll. He'll probably do like a little segment, like the newest signees to AEW, and maybe had them come out.
Yeah, no, or just come out during the pay-per-view, kind of like I think for the pay-per-view on next Sunday, right? Is that next Sunday?
Yes, the 25th. Yep.
I think no, 26th.
It's 25th. Oh, wait, no, 25th is that Saturday. Yeah, I'm tripping. 26th. Yeah.
25th is the Spence fight.
Right.
And
also NWA is next Saturday.
Yeah, and Joshua's in the morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, but if I think the match, I'm trying to word this. Like the card setup, right? Like would dictate and tell us if they're coming back, right? Like you don't have them come back in the middle of the card because then it steals the rest of the thunder.
Right.
So if a tag match is the main event, I think that gives it away that they're coming out.
Right. You talk about for Redemption?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like right now, as far as like the tag team goes, like Edge and Christian are the champs.
So you don't think they can come out? You don't think Christian, Edge, or Hope? We start an Edge.
Yeah.
Hope and Christian, or Cage and Cope's what they're called right now, right?
Right.
Cage and Cope versus Death Riders. If that somehow main events the card, they're definitely coming out.
That ain't main event in the card. It's gonna be Omega Kevin Knight. That was announced Wednesday. This past Wednesday.
You think that's the main event?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Unless they pivot, depending on how things go this upcoming week. Because of everything that transpired this past Wednesday with Cope and Christian defeated Yuta and Garcia. which then prompted for the dogs to come out, and then what's the name? The Bang Bang Club, came out to help out Cope and Christian. But see, the thing is now it's that whole little subtle friction that Christian has with Jay White, because he still doesn't trust him being around. But Cope, he's trying to play the peacemaker, and like, listen, like, they're cool. So unless Cope is involved and could potentially turn on his own tag team partner, but which would be kind of stupid to do now because they're the champions. But yeah, right now I don't think Motor City would jump into that. If anything, I think they probably do something like between one of the matches, maybe do like one of the newest signees to AEW, so that way it still gives them their moment. But I don't think it would overshadow, having like, everything else that's going on the card too.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times when they've done those like in card like debuts where it's like they did Christian, for example, I just feel like it felt a little lackluster compared to like just randomly showing up.
Right. No, I know what you're saying. But let's kind of stick with AEW though. This from this past Wednesday with Dynamite being held in Boston. Yeah, that venue
Looks so full.
That the MGM Music Hall.
Yeah.
Yo, I love it. Like I absolutely love the small venues. That was actually gonna be part of my what caught my eye too. In regards to like AEW being a major promotion and still are reluctant to work in like the smaller venues. Like, what if WWE decided to take that approach with either Raw or SmackDown, instead of being held in like a MSG or Xfinity here? Like, what if they decided to like take like those some shows, like, I ain't gonna say like all of them, like maybe like once every 2 or 3 months, like, case in point, running at the 2300 like for a show, like just for the sake of saying like they did it. Like, would you be opposed to that, like WWE doing something like that?
I would, and here's why. The pricing would be astronomical. Because they know it's a smaller arena and people are going to want to be there.
Right.
So they charge obscene pricing. And then I would worry about long-term pricing ramifications, because if people are paying it there, they're going to think, oh, they'll pay it anywhere. And then I feel like it would make the prices increase across the board.
See, I don't know about that. I think with the smaller venue, I think they will have no choice but to cap it at a certain price range. Like, I can't imagine them.
You think?
Well,
reverse.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember how it was when NXT was here, because I'm thinking, because like when they did their VIP package for the ringside, I think at most it might have costed about $500.
But that was also like, no knock to NXT, but it was still NXT.
Right. True.
Like,
true.
I'm talking about a Raw, like you could probably, like, if it's at 2,300, right?
But Dynamite was 300 for me for the 3 shows, and that was a ringside.
Right, but they had so many shows. You're talking about one-offs.
Right. Well, yeah, true.
Like for example, if a Raw's at 2,300, right? A regular Raw at Xfinity Mobile right now, probably to get into the show, you're looking at like $60, right?
Right.
If you're doing it at 2,300, you could probably do 200 to get in.
Yeah.
So you're talking about almost a 4-time the typical price of a regular ticket, just because it's a smaller arena.
Right.
And if that sells out fast, I think you see other prices across the board just increase.
I mean, that's pretty valid. Yeah. I think it would. Well, I'm not gonna say like it would do a lot of damage, but I do think once in a blue moon, I think it would be something that'd be like cool to see. I mean, like NXT kind of took the first, the first jump as far as running it at the 2300, which was kind of, had like a ECW feel to it. So it's almost like if Raw or SmackDown were to come to the venue, like that would definitely have to be like something themed, like to cater to ECW. Not that it has to, but I feel like they would do it. You know what I mean? Regardless, you know what I mean, for the history of the building.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, like I'd love to see it. Like I really would love to see it. Just give it like that little that intimate feeling. Aside from being like, at the 15,000 plus seated arena. Like,
Yeah, I don't mind it just because it allows, again, thinking of my pocket. I get what you're saying, like the proximity and being able to be close to the action is always better, but
I think it would do something different too for the like the view on TV as well. Like, think about it. Yo, like fucking Raw comes to the 2300 arena and that shit is on Netflix. Like, yo, the fucking 2300 arena is on Netflix.
yeah, that'd be wild. That would
Right.
be wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would be crazy. Like,
That would be wild.
yeah, like 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 that. Look, trust and believe. Now look, mark this down at July 16th at 9:45 p.m. we this conversation was had. Now watching like another year, some change. Next thing you know, Raw Raw Netflix at the 2300 arena. Like,
I
get
don't
the
know
fuck
if that
out of
building
here.
would be able to stream on Netflix, for being honest.
I mean, I think they have all the capability to be able to stream on Netflix. Well, I'm gonna say the building. WWE has the production capability
Yeah.
to stream on Netflix. Like, they're gonna have to bring all that in. Like that would be dope though. I would love to see that. So, but no, just kind of circling back to Dynamite. You want to start at Dynamite, or you want to go like in order as far as like from like this past Friday from SmackDown and kind of go up to Dynamite? Although we kind of talked about Cope and Christian, but what you want to do?
We can do Dynamite since we're on it.
Okay, all right, no, that works. But honestly, I thought this was a solid show. I wasn't really on social media a lot today, but I did see a couple of people were going back and forth about the state of last night's episode of Dynamite, which some people said it wasn't like the best. A lot of people were kind of complaining about the promo between Omega, Ospreay, and Kevin Knight. Saying like it was just way too long. I mean it's gonna be long pause because of like the whole celebration that kicked off. Like the segment. So like you got to take that into consideration. Like that took place. And then they had, the situation with Ospreay coming out, and him and Omega was, exchanging words. And then out of nowhere, Kevin Knight, came out, talking shit and basically, making his case as far as like being promised an opportunity to have a title shot. So, but Omega pretty much put him in his place. Like, listen, man, like, you ain't there yet, but he also was talking about like how he's not coming from a genuine place, and saying like he knows that in his heart that he's a good guy, and he also know that Speedball knows that he's a good guy. So it's like they're like kind of like playing with Kevin Knight's emotions right now, whether or not like if he's really the person that he's claiming to be right now. As he's TNT champion, and also with the Don Callis family. So, but yeah, he did sneak Omega by hitting him and getting out of the ring quickly. But the two of them, it was made official that they're going to fight for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship at Redemption next Sunday. So I think this is going to be a good match, man. Like, honestly, I don't really think I've seen a bad match from Kevin Knight since he's been part of AEW.
No, it's a mega included. Like, I think there's no way it's a bad match.
Right. Yeah, nah, I agree. Totally agree. One of my favorite matches of the night from Wednesday was Kyle Fletcher, who he defended the championship, the AEW International Championship against Commander. And dude, like this match right here, oh my stars, like this this match was pretty dope. Like Commander, like that dude. Oh man, the acrobats he was performing during this match, and then he had this one move off the ring that countered it into the Super Destroyer. You got to look that one up. If you didn't see it, like that shit was crazy. But all in all, unfortunately, he didn't pick up the win. Kyle Fletcher ended up picking up the win, which then Takeshita, Okada, Bandito, Brody King, everybody got involved because Fletcher was trying to take off the mask of Commander, and they was trying to come in there and make the save. But looks like we got potential Bandito and Kyle Fletcher coming up. Most likely it's probably going to be at Redemption if it wasn't announced. Actually, I believe it was announced on Wednesday that the two of them will be fighting at Redemption. So that's going to be a banger too. Bandito and Fletcher.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a wild one. So, but your boy Andrade El Idolo, he still making waves, man. Since returning to AEW, picking up the win against Jack Doyle. So now he's in line for a shot at Mark Davis's AEW National Championship at Redemption. So my question is, how do you know?
What?
How do you know?
What are you asking?
How do you know?
I don't even know what the fuck you're asking, but I'm just gonna talk about the match.
Andrade's, that's his catchphrase.
No, I get it, but I don't know.
I
don't know. Like, were you asking me about him becoming number one contender or the match at?
I'm just bullshitting with you, Joey. Because that's what he just says. Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I mean, you talk about someone who's had like you talk. It wasn't you. It was Chris. Chris talks all that shit about what he did or didn't do. I don't give a fuck because the run he's been on since he's gotten here or gotten back here, whatever it is at this point. I don't count. Has been it's been excellent. Needs to be studied how he was able to reinvent himself and like, you know what I mean, just be a wholly different person. So shout out to him on that.
Right. My only gripe with him, like, come on, bro. It's summertime. Like, y'all had that beach break show down in Florida. You still coming out with the suit and raincoat. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. You could do the polo shirt and slacks. Like, come on, switch it up for the summer. Like, but listen, I get it. That's his shit. I stall him out, let him be. But no, like this run is definitely. I enjoy it. Like, it's incredible. I like how he, he brings the appeal. As far as like the women, being involved. Having a love for him. But I don't know. It's kind of wild because I feel like. And we all know, like, in the crowd, majority of it are males, and they're still out there, screaming for him to take his khakis and stuff off, like, down to the trunks. And I'm like, that's all right, y'all. Y'all do y'all, but like
no Diddy.
Yeah, definitely no Diddy on that. But no, overall though, like this run is definitely great though. But I'm somewhat concerned. Like, are they going to cap him as far as like being able to obtain like that World Heavyweight Championship title shot? Because with everybody that's like vying for the championship now, and it's like, okay, like where do you, like right now in the picking order, like where does Andrade stand? Like, is he like top 5 to get a title shot, or is he like within like that bottom 6 to 10 ratio as
See, I
far as
think
getting a
it's
title shot?
different, Hawk. I think it's different in terms of the promotion, right? Because I feel like in AEW, Tony isn't afraid to take that risk and push that guy from a mid carder to that title picture.
Yeah,
Case in point, Kevin Knight, right? Like
right.
he was that mid card guy who, like, like almost seemed directionless, right? And then he turned
Mhm.
heel, and boom, he's in the main event picture now. I don't think that happens as frequently in WWE. You have those core 5, 6 guys who are always in the title picture.
Right.
Everyone else is kind of just there, and so it's refreshing to see AEW be able to really look at someone and say, okay, I think this guy's a main event person. They invest in them and they allow that opportunity to sink or swim, pretty much, right? Like,
Right.
talk about sink or swim. This is a world title match versus Kenny Omega. Like,
Right.
get much more sink or swim than that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a fact. Like definitely a fact. Like it's great. And I think that's where like AEW has that advantage. Like, don't get me wrong, like they have their moments where like they do provide the entertainment, but it's not oversaturated to where it's like, come on, y'all doing way too much. Like they have their moments, but it's not oversaturated to the point where it's over exaggerated, like on the television. Like they get down to the shits, you know what I mean, and have pretty solid matches. Like the pay-per-views seem to never disappoint.
Case in point, you don't have a major pay per view where it's a 4 hour show. There's
Right.
only 70 minutes of wrestling.
Right, right,
Just don't happen.
exactly, right. Yeah, I don't think they've ever had it at any point,
Yeah.
like like at this point. But no, like I mean, we have to tip our hats to AEW as much shit we provided in the past. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we've had our moments where like we praised them. We've had our moments where we gave them shit. Like, yo, like how you build off of this, but then go to that. But now you're at that, now you back to this. And I don't know what triggered this year, but like they've really been like clicking on all cylinders, and this goes for both the men and women's roster of AEW. Like everybody is like really doing their damn thing, like to the point like you can't even get mad. And just I mean, going into like what the main event was last night with Mercedes Moné teaming up with the Divine Dominion, and in which they defeated Willow and the girl Hyann and Maya World. Like like even again, like hats off to Maya World. Like we've been singing her praises going through the Owen Hart Cup the Owen Hart Cup tournament. And me personally, I probably would have had her win that tournament instead of Mercedes, but I get that there's probably more of the power of like, listen, Mercedes, what I mean, sells, like sell the tickets, and you still got to sell those tickets for All In at Wembley. So, but the shock value of Maya winning that match, like I think it would have got the approval of fans had she had won that match. But just wanted to throw that out there. I don't think we've had the conversation about about that with you on the show, but she's been phenomenal, stepping up, being in these main event pictures. And I will say, like, she's definitely is being well taken care of with the likes of like an Athena, having to work with Athena and working with Mercedes, in AEW. But yeah, like Megan Bain, you saw her a lot. GCW still kicking ass over in AEW, and with Lena Cross, stepping up, being able to like really become this like cohesive unit together. and being the women's AEW tag team champions. Like shit, it's crazy. Like I think about, you know, it might not even been 6 months, and Lana Cross was working a CZW show in the Chamonix at the brewery, and looking at her now on AEW TV, you know, nationally. Like, you know, hats off to them. Like, just gotta give flowers. Sorry, my little flower bag right now here, giving flowers. You know, but you know, just your thoughts on the women's roster this past Wednesday's main event. And you know, just overall, like your thoughts on AEW, period.
I think it's like, I'm trying to think of how to word this, but like the AEW we have right now is so different than what we've had even a year ago, right? Like,
Yeah,
they're really using the influx of new talent. They're really pushing new people, and it's good to see, right? Because like, listen, I love the Omegas, I love the Young Bucks, I love the Hangman Adam Page, I love all those guys, right? The ones who kind of helped the Jerichos, the Darby Allins,
right.
Jungle Boy, like all these guys who have been there and like really helped carry the banner. I'm a fan of all these guys. There's only so many times you can see them going against each other or feuding with each other, whether it's teammates against each other, singles, tag teams. There's only so much you can take. So to
Right.
see new matchups and new people that we maybe wouldn't even thought of a year ago is refreshing to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question. Like, totally agree. You know, it's crazy. Like, it seemed like it was just yesterday. Jungle Boy was like, you know, one of the young cats coming up in the company, and now, you know, he just re-signed with AEW, and then this Saturday, which is, you know, being taped tonight, spoiler alert, but you know, he's given an opportunity to some other young talent that he's gonna fight on AEW Collision. Like, it's you know, it's cool to watch. It's cool to watch it. You know, the evolution of AEW. You know, like from just the name being launched, the press conferences, the actual debut on, you know, on TNT, TBS, like, you know, and seeing where they are now. Like, there's definitely a lot of growth with the company, and it's not as one-sided as many, you know, used to thought it was at one point. But like, it's cool to see the OG still being involved and being able to figure out, you know, still to have, you know, have their way in the company, but it's not overshadowing like the younger talent, like, you know, like how you spoke on as far as like new talent being displayed on television now. So, but yeah, it's amazing, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's
really
really,
fair.
yeah.
Because
But
on the flip side, we get the same old, same old. So
right. But it kind of goes with a little bit of like what we kind of had a conversation on prior to the start of tonight's show, just with, you know, not saying like the WWE product is bad. It's just that certain things just shine a little bit more than what's also being provided on a weekly television. And that kind of shows with, you know what I mean, like what they're putting out there week to week. Like this past Monday of Raw, like, it was cool. Like, it wasn't like, you know, like, oh shit, this was must, you know what I mean, must see TV type of thing. But then also too, I think about it, I'm like, you know, to be fair, you know, it is summertime. Like, they're trying to you know, I won't say finesse their way, you know, trying to get their way to SummerSlam. But what, SummerSlam is what, 2 weeks
August
away?
1st.
Right. It was like 3
So
weeks
not
away.
next weekend, the weekend after.
Right. Well, yeah, like about 2 weeks away. Like,
Yeah.
And it's now a 2-night show. I think what they got already established, what, like five matches already signed. Like, they need to put their foot on the pedal, you know, start filling out these cards for 2 nights. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, you know, something got to deal. I'm kind of tight. let's say, Chris, where you at? I'm pissed at you, man, because I was waiting to have this conversation about what we had talked about last week, because they had the whole episode on Raw where Cody was supposed to face Sami Zayn, but then Gunther attacked him backstage to the point where he put slammed his head between the car door, and which he prompted for Cody to not be able to participate in the championship, in the undisputed championship match. So we were talking last week, and I was like, bro, like, ain't no way he should be popping up on SmackDown that Friday, to be able to get a title shot against CM Punk. I was like, no way, like, this shit should happen.
Yeah.
Now we all know what happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the Sammy thing was a Sarli call and they put up some money to happen.
Right. Oh, I mean, we all know, like what Sammy's relationship is with Saudi, and like dope. I mean, it was a dope moment. Like that definitely was a dope moment. But for what took place, as far as like him having to step in, having to fight CM Punk and stuff, like if Cody was going to be able to make a quick turnaround just to be back this past Friday on SmackDown, like I feel like the whole thing was corny. Like the whole spot, him, having to go through the car door, not being medically cleared that Monday, but somehow 4 days later you're fully cleared, and now all of a sudden, like, you got a match at SummerSlam to face CM Punk. Like that shit is weak. Like it's weak. Like I gotta be honest. Like that shit is definitely weak. Like, to me, I feel like they didn't even have to do all of that. And honestly, like, Sammy could have walked into Minnesota as the champion. What was wrong with it? Like, if anything, I feel like that would have not only strengthened him as being a champion, but this also, and not saying like there's been any effect to this yet, but I think this would have worked in the favor of Johnny Gargano with what he had going on with him being the only one that understands Sammy, who is also, a big advocate to Sammy winning the Universal Championship. Come on, man. You gotta give props to Johnny Gargano. Come on.
I'm not vibing with this current.
I know you hate it. I know you hate it.
Just to know what he's capable of. So, like, this to me is just like excruciating.
It's the E for entertainment, Joey. It's the E for entertainment.
Yes.
Like, you gotta run with it. Honestly, as much as I like, I like my shit. To me, I do feel like with him not even doing a thing, not even sniffing a ring, like him connecting with Sammy somehow, there's been a little magic with that. But I don't know what they're going to do now. Like, they're still trying to like work it in, because what's the name? Candice LeRae had a moment as far as like how, praising Sammy as far as like being the only one that really understands Johnny, and everything. But I don't know. There was some whispers going on social media about a week or so ago saying like she was retiring. You know anything about that?
I have not heard anything about that, but I do wish before she goes, she stepped back out on the Indies or AEW or something.
Yeah,
and she was so good, and she's so underutilized in WWE.
Right. I don't know. WWE just got a lot going on. I even saw something today saying something that how word. I'm gonna just say word on the street. Word on the street is they ain't got nothing for Jordan Grace now. Like, as far as like anything creative, I'm like, damn. Like, y'all took y'all poster from TNA. Like,
had up the rankings extra fast at NXT.
Mm-hmm. Had a nice Royal Rumble moment. Like, after that, it's been quiet.
Yeah,
like nothing else. But that kind of goes just back to the whole thing, like how we all know, and most big pro wrestling fans, and you spoke on this many times, many moons ago, as far as like WWE being like the holy grail. Like, are we really at this point? Like, is it even necessary to have to get to the WWE level? I feel like that's a little selfish to ask, but it's the truth because of how much pro wrestling is out here today. Like, is it even warranted like to really want to make that like the goal?
I mean, when you start, it's the goal, right? Like if you're again, I don't know how much it's changed, but like in the beginning, when you're getting the wrestling, like you're getting the wrestling for WrestleMania moment, right? Like that's the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Right. You know what? Let me rephrase it.
I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I can't, because like I don't know anymore, right? Like it's like there's so many case in points where WWE is scooping up these indie people that are never being used, or they're sitting in catering all the time.
Yeah.
And I think it scared some talent away. So I'm gonna say everyone's goal is to get to WWE.
Yeah.
But their goal is to be used, right? Like they don't get in the wrestling just to sit in the back and not be seen, or be jobbers, or be promotion, be cops, right? Like that's not anyone's goal in this industry.
Right.
So I don't know if you can say that's the only goal now, right? Because there's so many other viable options.
Yeah. And pro wrestling is definitely different from what it was 30 years ago. Like,
yeah,
you know, pro wrestling was wrestling. It was wrestling in your personality. Now it's wrestling your personality, but can you act as well? As far as like, you know, to create the entertainment. While then, I mean, like if you're a wrestler, I don't know, it's like in a way it's almost kind of like saying the same thing to a certain extent without saying it, but it's like you can wrestle, but you also have that charisma to be able to interact like with the fans. Like, but in defense of like AEW, like AEW is about their wrestling. Not a lot as far as like you're, I mean, like I want to say not a lot is on your true character, but like, you know, those that's like really wrestling in AEW now, like they all have some sort of level of personality too, with the exception of Orange Cassidy. But it's like, no. Well, let me stop. Shout out to Freshly Squeezed. But like, I don't know. It's different. Like it's definitely noticeable as far as like the difference between like a WWE, what's going on in AEW, or in or anywhere else, like in the world of professional wrestling. But damn, I was about to say, but yeah, it's a little, to me, I feel like it sucks for like give me those like a Jordan Grace, or like how we talked about the Motor City Machines, because like these are great talent. It's not like they can't move in a ring, but when you get to that WWE level, it's a totally different ballpark. Like, you know, like if the universe ain't feeling you, then like you out. Like plain and simple. Like you out. Like in the world of battle rap, like if you out there spitting and you ain't getting no reactions, then like yo, like this ain't it. Like you gotta roll, or they're gonna start booing you. You know, which they do in wrestling today. Like, you know, like if we don't approve you, like you're gonna get booed.
Yeah,
you know. But
I mean, I don't agree with that. I didn't want to come out flat out and like get into a debate over it, like, but I don't agree with that, because I think there's case in point, like double-edged sword type of thing, where like, sure, if the fans aren't behind you and they're booing you, you're not getting over, right? But if the fans get behind you a little too much, you're also not getting over.
Well,
do you see what I'm saying?
Right. If that's the case, we can kind of discuss that with like some of the major talent that's over now. And do they really need like
But when I say over, I mean over on their own, right? Like
right?
the machine wasn't behind them. Like just look at recent years. The story I like to go back to constantly because it's like so blatantly obvious. Zack Ryder
Yeah,
got over on his own. They gave him a give me title win at WrestleMania. Next day lost it, right? Like one of those things where it's like if you get over with the crowd, but it's not what the WWE wants, you're still not over.
right.
So that to me is like is wild thing about. But yeah, and the flip side, if you're over with the back office but not over with the crowd, you're still not over.
Do you think there's anyone right now in today's WWE that fits that bill?
That's what over with the crowd but not over in the back.
Yeah,
I think a little less now, but I think for the past couple of years, LA Knight fit that role.
I knew you was gonna say him because he was actually the person I had on
Like so
in
over with
mind.
the crowd, but for some reason they just never want to pull that trigger.
Right. Yeah. And look, last week I kind of was being a pro LA Knight because of what he had done last Monday and with the promo he cut against Seth. Like that was probably like his best promo cut ever since being in WWE. Like, but aside from that, like he has those yips.
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, like, you know, you're very good here, but you're bound to make this mistake that's going to put you 10 steps back. Like, you know, at some point. But that kind of goes with, you know, going into Monday.
See
with,
real quick, you see the breaking news for tomorrow in Philly?
No.
Code purple, air quality. It's
Ooh,
beyond
purple?
code red.
Oh, wow.
The air is so bad that it's code purple tomorrow.
Goodness gracious. I didn't even know we even got that far. I thought it ends at red.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Look, when you open up the map on the phone, it just say unhealthy. I got the notification alert that popped up on my phone. I pressed it. It said, "Stay your ass inside." So, but yeah, but no, like, yeah, Raw. It was, it was what it was. I mean, pretty much like the best thing that came out of Raw this past Monday might have been the Intercontinental title number one contendership gauntlet match. Like that match was pretty dope. Which Chad Gable ended up getting the win. So it looks like he's likely probably going to win at SummerSlam in Minnesota, his hometown. But you know, we could discuss that, you know, a little bit further down the road when we get closer to SummerSlam. But we do have Saturday night's main event coming up this Saturday out in New York City. Pulling up the screenshot as we speak. But you know, there's a good chance there's probably some more matches that's going to be announced for this show.
I don't like that.
What you don't like?
Like this Saturday Night Main Event is this close to SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on that. You know what's kind of crazy? I agree with you, and I somewhat have a little bit of the same sentiment now with AEW having a pay-per-view every month. I liked it when AEW had the pay-per-views like, what was it, like almost like every 2 months. Like,
yeah, but I think
but they need it.
they need it because I feel like when they did every 2 months, Tony allowed some of the stories too much time to breathe.
Yeah.
And then a week before the show, he's scrounging to book the matches.
Right. No, it makes total sense, you know, having it month to month now, especially with the expansion of the roster, and you know what I mean, and also the championships, because they got a ton of championships that need to be somewhere. But there it was a good while because of the build up that they were doing that was leading to the pay-per-views. A lot of that, you know, were placed on your television, week after week, but also too that kind of prevented a lot of talent to be also on television too, because they were trying to flip the bill for those particular matches to be sold for their pay-per-views. But no, I will say I'm out of that thought. Like that was a good run. That was like the early AEW run.
Yeah.
Where you respect that. But for Saturday night's main event, coming up.
There's only 3 matches right now, right?
Is it 3? I thought it might have been 4. I think I might have clipped for 4.
So this one, Paige, the women's title match, Danhausen versus JD McDonough, and then Punk and Cody versus Gunther and Sammy.
Yeah. So what's that, 4? That's 4. Yeah. So normally that's probably around the ballpark that they normally do about 4.
You know what? This makes sense why we're having this. Because it's Fan Fest this weekend.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I seen that a mile away. Yeah.
Trash.
Oh, like we call it trash.
The card's not good.
Mr. Joey Woods.
But this is an MSG, right?
Yes.
So you're paying MSG prices, which are usually double.
Yeah.
See this card? I don't know. No bloodline.
He said trash.
No
Actually,
Ova.
I think what's going to happen because now it was just announced today that Jalen Brunson will be part of Saturday night's main event, and I think
fuck about Jalen Brunson.
Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
Fuck Jalen Brunson.
I do think there's going to be some sort of moment between him and Roman that's going to take place at Saturday night's main event.
That bitch ass hoe.
Oh, I'm sad. Come on, man. Stop.
He's a Nick. We don't like him.
I know. It's all right. We about to get Braun. It's all right.
Maybe.
I know. Maybe. I feel like it's gonna happen. But no, we'll see. But no, let's let me spin it on back to Bayley and Lyra. Although I know you hate it, but I mean these two, it's like the weirdest thing about this is that everything that Bayley now is experiencing is exactly how she treated Lyra. And now Lyra is basically giving her that same exact treatment, and now Bayley is upset about it. Like,
I'm sorry, I hate this news.
It's a lot of recycling going on with this.
I hate it.
Yeah, it definitely it's not the best, but I don't know, where are we with Bayley's contract? I'm waiting for her to become all elite. But to say like hopefully soon. She needs to go all elite at this point. I feel like right now where the roster is now, I feel like she's done her dues in WWE, and that it's time to might say peace out.
It's time for the percolator.
And the peace out. So, but I mean, we here still steps. We talked that turnbuckle talk. We gotta have a prediction. So, Mr. Joey Wood, who you got winning between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria?
Lyra.
You got Lyra. I actually got Lyra too. I think this is gonna be the one that helps her continue to get shot to the moon. And actually, I feel like this may actually help her evolve even further, as far as like her character leverage. So it's up to her to like really take this as far as she can do to keep her in like the main event picture for the women's roster. But no, I do got Lyra as well. Though. I think she's gonna pick up the win against Bayley. So next up, your favorite match. There's no disqualification between Danhausen versus JD McDonough.
Don't fucking do that to me.
And you call this the match of the night?
No, I did not say anything of that sort.
I knew you did. But I think we all can completely agree that Danhausen is going to win this. This is probably like the shoebox better tonight.
But haven't they been teasing this big person that Danhausen been like building?
I mean, well, they have, but he's still been like rebuilding the Miz and what's the other boy name? What's my man? Was it Kip?
Yeah.
He's still been like kind of like rebuilding them too. So I don't know if they would maybe get involved, but I know what you're talking about as far as like, you know, teasing like this like thing that he's been building. So I don't know, maybe we do see it at Saturday night's main event. Shit, what if this mess around to be Big Cass? Like that would be wild, but I know it probably won't. But yeah, I don't know. But this is gonna be just nothing but hijinks in this match, and I think that's probably why they made a no disqualification, so that way they can do that. Like, I mean, whatever Danhausen got up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's why we're doing like this.
Yeah, but yeah, Danhausen probably gonna pick up the win on this one though.
Oh, so probably.
Probably, most likely.
Get the fuck out of here.
In the words of Vince, I guarantee. Charles, guarantee.
He said probably. Like, what?
Right, there's a good
probably
chance.
Still foggy outside. What you mean?
Like, there's a good chance Danhausen win this match. Put the shoebox on it. But next up, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Paige and Brie Bella defending the title against Fatal Influence. I'll be honest with you, I'm actually leaning towards a title change in this match.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think this would be the perfect time because all the heat that Fatal Influence catch on SmackDown, like whenever any member wants to speak on the microphone, like the crowd is like rapidly booing them. And also too, I hate to say this, but the tag team championship run between Paige and Brie, like it's been a little lackluster.
You thought it was gonna be like otherworldly?
I never said that. It's just been lackluster.
What did you expect?
Listen, I'm just saying what I see that's on my screen week after week, or whenever they are, defending the titles. But
I don't know, you're confusing me, man.
It's just been rather lackluster for me. Me personally, I still feel like there was no rhyme or reason to have Lash or Nia Jax lose the tag team titles.
Yeah, I don't understand the women's division at all. The tag division to me is the only reason why I could think why they lost the titles is just because they were too dominant.
Right.
And I think like it got to that situation where it was like maybe fans just weren't tuning in at all because they were like, "Oh, we know who's winning this match. Why am I watching?" And I think taking the belt off of them helped, especially they thought maybe it was going to help Lash's career. Like I don't know. It seems like it's done anything but help. But
yeah, I mean,
I agree with you though.
It's not like they've really done a lot since since having the tag titles. And don't get me wrong, like on a personal level, Lash, her and Trick got married, so like they had their time with that. Nia just been kind of like off the grid to a certain extent.
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's just like there's nothing else really going on.
That's not even me
with the women's tag with
Nia, because Nia has been night and day this past year versus previously. Right,
but like overall, just talking about the women's tag team division as a whole, like there's really haven't been much like aside from now the arrival of Fatal Influence. Like, who are the other women's tag teams in the WWE aside from what we have that's on the screen right now?
Because WWE did such an amazing job before the women's tag team of getting women over outside of the title picture that we thought it was a good idea to then have a title that required 4 women to be in the picture at one time. It's asinine. I think it was going to work.
Right. Like, and it's something, you know, Chris had mentioned last week. It's just as far as like the whole, you know, trying to create tag teams in the company versus, because I asked the question was like, does it feel like the state of tag team wrestling, like it's like dissolving to a certain extent? Like it's not as big as it used to be back in the day. Like tag team wrestling was almost as big deal. Like now, and it's like there's like not many genuine tag teams like on the main rosters, right?
You mean like strictly tag teams?
Strictly tag teams.
Yeah, no,
correct.
I agree. It's a lot of makeshift.
Yeah, that was the term we used. Like they're all makeshift right now.
Well, I think because it's easier, right? Like, let's pay these 2 single guys X amount of dollars, right? We can still have them be in one-on-one matches. However, if we want to just randomly throw them in a tag team here and there, we can do that.
Right.
Whereas we're paying these other guys X amount of dollars, and it's the same as we're paying these other 2 single guys, but they can only be in tag team matches because that's what they are.
Right.
It's just beneficial to axe the strictly tag teams and just put random guys together.
Yeah, it's strange. Like now, I will say, like right now in NXT, they have a handful of tag teams that appear to be legitimate that could potentially come
but
up,
that happened before, Hawk. I'm not holding my breath. Like,
oh yeah, I
like
know.
the Raiders look legit in NXT, and they come to the
right
main roster. And they were the Viking. They were some stupid fucking name.
Yeah, could barely get on Raw, just being on main event.
And to be fair, they were getting over, and then they got hurt.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, they are trying to work them back in the mix though. Like they're trying, but I feel like it's a little too late. Because like after Street Profits lost the titles, and you know what I mean, to the Vision, now and it's like, okay, like now we really gotta sit through a Otis and Tozawa, tag team to face the Vision.
Yeah,
nah. I'm gonna keep it funky. Like WWE, I got some problems. there's some problems outside of your main event status. Like, you're good with being able to promote. You mean like your Seth and Roman? You're good with your Brock and Oba. You got your Pumpkin and Cody, which I still disagree with that whole situation that happened last week. But after that, it's like, okay, what else do you got? Like there is a little bit of a WWE problem there.
It's because you keep pushing the same 10 guys. How many times can you tell a bloodline story?
Right.
With a different twist, right? Like I don't know. I don't even know where the fuck this one's headed now after last week. I don't even know what we're doing at this point. I'm so lost.
Yeah, I feel bad with I actually feel more bad with Jacob, with everything that he got going on right now. Like it's like he had to take the steps back. I mean, once Roman arrived, even despite Roman arriving, like he could have still did his thing on SmackDown and not have to fall in line with.
I wonder if it's a Netflix call.
Yeah, it more than likely it was definitely a Netflix call as far as like for Roman's sake, but there's way too many hands in the pool for WWE right now. Aside from even Netflix, like you got Netflix, you still got TKO, and then you still got those that do work in creative for WWE. So it's like, there's just a handful of who wants what, and trying to be able to create something out of it. But yeah, I don't know. It is rather like especially after this week. It's like one of those weeks where it's like, it's on for entertainment for what they want us all to watch, but like something has to pick up at some point. And I do think with this main event match here, I think this is where like shit is really going to hit the fan, because I actually have Sami Zayn and Gunther winning this match.
Oh, yeah, I think we see a Sammy full blown heel turn.
Yeah, not only seeing
do we see Gargano wake up? Maybe.
I don't even think that happens here. I actually think I do think we do get the Sami Zayn full heel turn, but I also think the full heel turn is going to cause either Punk to not be able to trust Cody or Cody to not be able to trust Punk, which then would create the whole friction between the two of them to set off the match for SummerSlam.
Yeah, because you need something, because you can't just have two of the biggest faces fighting each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to say that no one wins this match, if I'm being honest.
No one is going to go like come to a no contest?
No contest, or like it's a DQ. Who gets DQ'd, I'm not sure, but I just think this isn't a clean finish. I think it's maybe a DQ or no contest.
I don't know. Because what's the name between Gunther and
who's taking
Sammy?
the pin?
It'll be safer for Punk to take the pin.
Really?
Yeah, because he's a champion.
You're letting your champion take the pin on your main event in MSG?
But he don't have nothing to lose from it.
Yeah,
until he realized that, or he may not realize it, but because this is where I think the friction is going to develop, because something's going to happen to which could potentially, I'm just speaking in the matter of if Punk were to take the pin. Somehow Sammy creates the chaos, or Gunther creates the chaos for Cody to do something, which then prompts it to counter and end up, causing Punk to have to take the pin.
Yeah, I just don't think you let your champion take the pin.
He'll be all right.
Under that old school mindset.
Look, he'll be fine, because by doing so, he takes the pin, and because he figured, develops the beef with Cody, he then beats Cody at
Where's the beef?
but yeah, something's definitely going to take place for the two of them to then, start beefing, to get ready for their match. It kind of has like a little bit of like that Hogan Warrior appeal. I mean, no, not Hogan Warrior, Hogan Randy Savage appeal to it. How like they were the mega powers, but somehow like them two always stay beefing with each other despite being the mega powers. Like this will have like that same effect.
What, like
I believe
he's holding his arm back and he doesn't want to.
Right. Ooh, yeah. I can definitely see it running something like that. But yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely summer. That's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely
SummerSlam.
No, just the season. It's definitely the summer season, and WWE are like slow walking with their storylines. And listen, I think what they're doing is actually helping AEW to continue, breezing through with what they're providing on television. Because right now it's definitely day and night between the two companies, and what AEW's been doing, like that shit been popping. I don't care what nobody say. that shit popping. Like, call me a homer. So what? I mean, shut up, Hakeem. You take a picture with Tony Khan. So, but look, I give him shit when it's time to have shit. But AEW's popping right now. But all right, we at the 114 mark. We're gonna cut this one short. But next week we get right back at it, talking about the fallout from Saturday night's main event.
Will we still be a week out, or will it be the weekend? Will that next week be the show we do our preview?
That'll be our preview for Redemption, but not for SummerSlam. We still got another week, week after. So we'll do our actually, you know what? We need to have a conversation about that because I'll be at TNA because TNA is gonna be in Philly.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, so we'll definitely have to have a conversation about that. But if shit, we get to shoot either Wednesday or maybe that Saturday. But
I'll probably be working
okay,
because I work now on Saturdays whenever there's an event.
gotcha. Okay, well, we'll definitely come together, try to decide what we do as far as going into that SummerSlam week. But yeah, damn, I didn't even think about it, just till now. Like you brought that up, I'm like, damn. So, but yeah, we'll have a conversation about that. And then to those that want to check us out for our SummerSlam preview, stay tuned for more details and developments here on Still Steps in regards to that particular show. But we will be back next week. Continue that turnbuckle talk. Hopefully WWE give us something even better than what they've been doing, aside from breaking Alexa Bliss's arm. Totally forgot about to talk about that, which is pretty much writing her off of television. So, but other than that, this was.
Oh, you said Alexa Bliss, but
yeah.
Did you see Liv Morgan at the ESPYs?
Oh, indeed, absolutely. She's a great champion.
Yeah, I'm sold. I don't understand why she's champion now.
Man, I've been trying to tell y'all that. Look, you pick a fine time to want to bring that up now.
I picked a really fine time
toward the conclusion of the show. Everybody that were totally against this championship run. Like, told you, man, like Liv is a great champion. So this was Still Steps, powered by All of the Talk Sports Network. Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moyerfit, where you at? Calling your name, where you at? Come to the front, sir. It's like, nah, but I am Politic and Hot. We'll get back with y'all next week. Till then, peace.